So here's why you should start mewing and how to do it. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Mewing is a way of breathing through your nose with your tongue pressed against your roof of your mouth, and you start breathing. And what mewing does, it's basically the better way of breathing. You breathe like a king, you breathe way fresher air in, way more humid air, because the air you breathe in through your mouth, which most people do, is very dry, and it dries up your throat, it dries up your lungs, and it's really bad for you, brings in viruses and bacteria. So the first step to start mewing is breathe through your nose. So let me tell you a story. I've always been a mouth breather when I was like younger, when I was like 16, 17. Like that's literally 2 years ago, but I was a mouth breather back then, before I knew about mewing and I knew about the bad things that could happen to your jaw and to your whole skull progress, you know, in growing. Now your skull grows out. And I always had like this weird chin going in, right? So it went in. I will show you a picture right now with the progress I've made by mewing. And basically my chin just grew in because I was mouth breathing. Because mouth breathing is literally normal right now because of how fucking polluted the air is and shit. A lot of people, including me, mouth breathe automatically when they sleep because literally your nose is blocked when you sleep. I don't know how fucked up that is, but that's really fucked up, right? So first step is of course nose breathing through the day. You should nose breathe the whole day. Yeah, a lot of people only nose breathe half of the day because of the sleep. I will go into that a little bit later, but you should literally just tape up your mouth and start fucking nose breathing when you sleep. But anyway, most people nose breathe almost none. So I know a lot of people, I see a lot of people literally standing like this. Or in the gym. You know, that's really fucking bad for your whole system, for your lungs, for your skull reconstruction, for your air that you're taking in, because it's very dry. So why should you even start, even if you don't want to mute, why should you even start nose breathing? Because air is very cleaner. You clean it with your nose, you have a lot of hairs and slime in it. That's actually really good because it will clean the air. The nose is also really good at making your air humid, which is really important for your lungs. So it's humid air and it won't get dry up all the way. So that's the first step why you should even start nose breathing. And you should start nose breathing from mewing. And I will explain how mewing basically works. So mewing works like this. You put your tongue against the roof of your mouth. I do it with swallowing, so I know it's in the correct place. Just like that, you just start breathing through your nose with your tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth. So what that does is it starts to make the perfect airflow for your oxygen to go in to your lungs, to your stomach, to go out again. That's like the perfect way it should go and the perfect route it should take. And that's the natural way of breathing. But a lot of people can't breathe that way because their nose always blocks. So you shouldn't breathe like this. You know, that heavy, that's really bad for you. Don't do that. Because actually what is really weird, your brain tricks you in this, but when you breathe, the amount of air you can take in without, you know, doing that is actually the amount of air you need at that moment. That's really weird, right? Because you feel like you're suffocating. But actually, hear me up a bit on this. If you start trying to focus on your breath, even if it's way too little for your feeling, you can actually just survive, and out of nowhere you start breathing way easier through your nose. This worked for me. It's a lot of pain to go through at first, but eventually you start breathing through your nose so easily that it's normal and it doesn't feel stuffed all the time. Because it's basically training your nose again to breathe normally through your nose, because you've probably been mouth breathing for most of your life. So now on the second step of mewing, you should mew at night. And how to mew at night, the only way I know is by using tape. And it sounds really weird, right? You're scared of suffocating yourself, but you can't. Because your brain will automatically make you breathe through your nose. But if you want safety anyway, and it's better for your lips, if you use a different type of tape. I would use this tape, this micropore tape. You can find it at Amazon. I'm not gonna put any link or something. I'm not an affiliate. But just search up micropore tape and you should find a tape roll like this. And it's like one of the best investments you can have for your better sleep. And it's one of the best investments you can have for better jaw reconstruction and for just better breathing overall, better health. So what you do, you put like a small piece of this over your mouth. As you can see, I can still talk, so that means I can still breathe through my mouth if I really have to. But in any way, if your brain really starts suffocating, or if you start suffocating because your nose is really blocked because of just a normal sickness, it goes like this. Automatically, like you won't suffocate. So you can still breathe if you really have to. This is very uncomfortable the first 2 to 3 nights, but after that it's really comfortable. Your sleep gets way better, your health gets way better, and you start breathing way better. And also in the pictures, in the progress pictures, you can see my jaw literally reconstructing. It literally looks like my jaw just went all the way like this. Like the skull literally goes forwards. And that's how you get the Chad face, you know, the Chad jawline. Of course, body fat has a lot to do with this as well. If you have a higher body fat, you get puffy cheeks. But if you have a low body fat, it starts even showing more. So that has a lot to do with it as well. But as you can see in the pictures, you can just see the difference, you know, the difference in jaw and the difference in how it's reconstructed, you know. So it's definitely working and it's definitely good. But if you're not doing it for looks, then it's at least do it for your health, because it's way healthier to me anyway. Because I know from experience, when I was mouth breathing way more, I got sick way more. I way faster got affected by a virus or something, or a common cold or that type of shit. And now I almost never get it because I'm mewing. So you should definitely start it, and this is the way how. So one more time, press the tongue against the roof of your mouth by swallowing. That's the easiest way. And just breathe through your nose. And try to breathe really in. So. And try to get as much air out as possible. So what that does, you empty your lungs completely and then you start breathing again in. That's like the ultimate Kika-chat way of doing it. So it's even better. So that's how to mew properly. That's how I do it, and that's why you should do it. So stop mewing, start breathing through your nose. And if you don't, Kika-chat will come and kick your ass. Alright, later.